Welcome back, everyone. I'm really excited about the next 4 videos you'll be watching in this group. I would say that the 4-part series I'm putting together here is the most important training you will view in this group. And I'm not exaggerating. And that's because creating powerful leads is probably one of the most important skills you need to master when it comes to marketing. Because if you can't capture your audience's attention in the first 1 to 2 seconds, it's game over. You're not making the sale. You need to be able to use your creativity to come up with interesting hooks and angles to create powerful leads that capture and hold your audience's attention so that you can sell to them. So we're going to be spending a lot of time on leads, okay? We're going to spend 4 trainings going over leads, how to create them, how to come up with good ideas. It's going to be an in-depth training for the next 4 videos that you're not going to want to miss. And I want to be very clear here. When I say leads are not just for copy, for long-form videos or written sales letters. It's not for direct response style businesses, ClickBank style. The concepts I'm going to be teaching in these 4 trainings are critical for creating any form of advertising, including Facebook, YouTube, TikTok ads, organic TikTok videos that go viral, emails. Basically, any form of marketing needs a good lead, right? So you're going to be mastering this skill in the next 4 videos. I want to spend a lot of time on this to make sure you get these concepts down so that you guys can go out there and improve your businesses and generate more revenue from them. So let's get right into it. I'm really excited about these 4 trainings that are coming up, and I think you'll feel the same way once you've watched the content. So let's get started. Let's start with an overview of leads. The lead is the most critical component of your copy that attracts attention with an intriguing and powerful idea that sets up the rest of your sales pitch. Now, if you're going to capture someone's attention, you need to move them emotionally first. 80% of the emotional impact of your copy will be determined by the first 20% of your copy. So your lead, which is the first 100 to 600 words of your copy, needs to incite some kind of emotional response. And you need to ask yourself, does the lead get me excited? Does it make me want to continue reading or watching with a high level of anticipation? And if the answer is no, then you need to improve your lead. A good lead builds intrigue and curiosity, creates anticipation, opens the reader's mind to new ideas, builds trust, creates a stronger connection with the prospects, and lays down the groundwork for the persuasion to follow from the rest of your marketing. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I want you to know that leads, when I talk about leads, they're not just for copy for long form videos or written sales letters. The concepts I'm teaching here are critical for any form of advertising. And that includes the first 3 seconds of your Facebook ad, the first 1 to 2 seconds of your TikTok ads, okay? Organic TikTok videos, the subject line in the first couple sentences of your emails. Everything that I'm teaching about leads in this training, as I mentioned before, is applicable to everything. So the lead must focus on only one big idea. To quote David Ogilvy, it takes a big idea to jolt the consumer out of his indifference, to make him notice your advertising, remember it, and take action. So your copy must focus on one single overarching theme, one good idea, one core emotion, one captivating story, one single desirable benefit, and one inevitable response from the prospect. Your challenge here is to pick one good idea to present to the prospect that is easy to understand and easy to believe and useful to the prospect. So one compelling idea that triggers one core emotion, and you can use various copywriting techniques, including stories, promises, and bold statements to support it. I want to give you guys an example of how this one big core idea works in practice. So we'll be taking a look at one of the offers that we analyzed a while back. It's the oral probiotic supplement to fix bad breath, Pro-B Fresh. So let's take a quick look at it, and we'll come back to how the copywriter puts this into practice. So the Pro Be Fresh offer starts off with an emotional story that triggers certain feelings in the prospect. It's a bad date story. Starts off with, my date told me I had bad breath, here's how I fixed it. And it tells a story about a woman who's having trouble finding romance, and all the men she dates end up running away from her. Finally, one of her dates tells her that the reason why he's ghosting her is because she has bad breath. And that kickstarts a journey to solve her bad breath problem. And she ends up meeting this dentist who tells her it's because the balance of good and bad bacteria in her mouth is off, and using an oral probiotic, i.e. putting in good bacteria, will help solve the problem. And so there's one core big idea here, and it's about how to fix bad breath by adjusting the balance of good and bad bacteria. The one core emotion here is obviously the embarrassment and humiliation of having bad breath, right? And then the captivating story in this case is the bad date. You know, obviously when it comes to romance and dating, it's a very emotionally charged situation. So it definitely triggers those emotions. And then there's one single desirable benefit. That's the promise of a solution to fix bad breath. And the response, the inevitable response is, the only way to fix bad breath is by purchasing the solution presented in the story, which is oral probiotics. So you can see how an emotional story can present that big idea to lay the groundwork for selling your offer. Before you start writing your lead, you need to assess the level of awareness of your prospects. The level of awareness of your prospects determines the type of lead you must create. Awareness is probably the most important factor when drafting your leads. And I want to take a moment to let you know that a lot of the material you're going to see from here on out in the trainings is directly and heavily inspired by the teachings of Eugene Schwartz and a book called Great Leads by the founders of Agora Financial. I've read a lot of copywriting books, done a lot of copywriting courses, and there's no book out there like Great Leads that effectively and concisely teaches you how to write leads. And a lot of the materials you're going to see here come directly from that book. So I highly encourage you to pick up that book and read it. But at the same time, everything you need to know about leads is going to be revealed in these 4 trainings. Plus, there's going to be some bonus material not included in Eugene Schwartz's principles and Great Leads that you won't want to miss. And that's going to be coming up at the end of all these trainings. So level awareness is very critical to assess. And let's take a look at the 5 different levels of awareness. We're going to start from the most aware to the least aware. So the most aware prospect is usually an existing customer who's already bought from you or knows about your business and wants to buy your products. They only need to know the deal you're offering so they can buy. So what you need to do with your lead here is offer the deal and get the sale. The next level of awareness is somebody who is product aware. They know about your business, they know the products you're selling, but they're not sure if your products are right for them. So your lead and your copy, what they need to do is prove your offer and build trust to eliminate the skepticism. The next rung down is solution aware. So the prospects know the results or solution they're looking for, but they're not aware of your offer and that it's a viable solution. So to get the sale, you just need to show you're able to provide the solution by convincing the prospects you understand what they want and need. Now, a level below that is problem aware. So prospects are aware of the problem, but they don't know a solution, i.e., your product exists. So what you need to do is empathize with your prospects and show them that you understand the frustration, desperation, fear, or anger caused by the pain before providing them with your solution, i.e., selling your offer. The lowest level of awareness is obviously someone who is unaware. They have no knowledge of the problem, the solution. Maybe they know their opinions and their identity, but they do not know that they have a problem, and obviously they don't know that there's a solution to that problem. As mentioned, the level of awareness determines the type of lead you can use. The more aware your prospects are, the more direct your lead can be. Direct leads may mention the offer to the customers, whereas indirect leads tend to not mention the product until later in the copy. Direct leads present ideas that prospects are ready to accept, while indirect leads build emotional momentum and provide proof before making an offer. Direct leads work best when the product you're selling is easy to understand, you can make a large promise that is easily accepted, you're providing a great deal or guarantee, your customer knows and trusts you, and or you've made a product improvement the market was already waiting for. The more aware your customer is, the less time you need to spend on triggering emotions. You don't need to spend time educating either. The less customers know about you, what you're selling, or what their needs are, the less effective a direct lead is likely to be. Indirect leads work well when your prospects know very little about you, you're selling something that needs explanation, your prospects are skeptical, your product has a timely news connection too significant to ignore, and or you're ready to reinvent or elevate your product or the idea behind it.